What's going on, everybody, and welcome to an NBA recap presented by On The Break. We're going to start out in Phoenix, Arizona, where the Suns are taking on the Brooklyn Nets. We finally get to see the Suns' Big Three in action, and a lot of people have been waiting to see what this team looks like at full strength. Bradley Beal had a great shooting night. Here he is on a dribble pull-up, knocking the shot down. And then on an inbounds play, he comes off a screen and knocks that shot down. He didn't take a ton of shots this game, but he also didn't miss much either. The Suns' offense is flowing pretty well, and KD just rises up in the post to knock the shot down over the defender. Not much you can do about that. On offense for the Nets, Dorian Finney-Smith drives to the basket for two. And Mikal Bridges, in his return game back to Phoenix, pulls up and knocks the shot down at the free throw line. Back down the court for the Nets, Mikal Bridges finds Royce O'Neal in transition for a three to close out the first quarter. Cam Johnson also had a really good game in his return back to Phoenix. Here he is knocking a three-pointer down off of a dribble handoff. The Nets are up by 15, and Devin Booker hits a tough step back trying to get the Suns back into the game. And then later in the quarter, Kevin Durant with his vintage walk-up three-pointer. The Suns trying to cut the lead down before half. Devin Booker hits a three-pointer to bring them within 10, but the Nets don't want to let the Suns back in the game. Nick Claxton knocks down a three to push the lead back up to 10. On to the second half, Cam Thomas knocks down a three. He was the Nets' leading scorer for the game. The Suns making a comeback. Devin Booker puts them up by one with a nice pull-up jump shot. Again, Devin Booker creating for the Suns. He gets into the paint and drops it off to Yusuf Nurkic, who flips it up and in for two. Now the Nets are trying to regain their lead. Mikal Bridges creates in the mid-range and hits a tough shot over the defender. And then Cam Thomas comes back. He drives in the paint and hits a tough layup to tie the game back up. And then he comes right back down and hits a three to take the lead for the Nets. The Suns back on offense. Bradley Beal finds Kevin Durant in transition. He pulls up, knocks the shot down. The Nets up by one. Spencer Dinwiddie hits a tough three-pointer to put them up by four. And then later in the quarter, he hits another three-pointer to put them up by 6. Now it's crunch time. The Suns still trying to make something happen. Devin Booker pushes it in transition and finds his teammate for two. The Nets are inbounding the ball. The Suns get a deflection, but somehow the Nets retain possession. The Suns have to foul to put the Nets on the free throw line. The Nets will hit their free throws to ice the game, and they come into Phoenix and steal a win on the road, 116 to 112. And our first look at the Suns' Big Three does not end in a win. Now we're going to head out to Utah, where the Jazz are taking on the New York Knicks. Both teams still trying to find their footing in the early part of the season. The Knicks got off to a good start in this game. Here, Jalen Brunson kicks it up to DiVincenzo, who drops it off to Julius Randle for an easy two in transition. Then Jalen Brunson slices through the defense for a layup. Then he kicks it over to Emmanuel Quickly, who knocks down a three-pointer. He had a really good game. The Jazz are looking to get back into the game. Lauri Markkanen drives into the paint and throws it down. Then he comes back down the floor and hits a three-pointer. And Colin Sexton, he had a great game. He hits a three to put the Jazz up by one. And then back down the floor for the Jazz, Colin Sexton finds Kelly Olynyk in transition for a three-pointer. And here's one of the highlights of the game. Julius Randle misses the three-pointer, but Dante DiVincenzo is there for the putback. And then Julius Randle finds Dante DiVincenzo in the corner, who knocks down a three-pointer to tie the game before halftime. In the second half, the Jazz look to take control of this game. Taylor Horton-Tucker drives to the paint and lays it in. Julius Randle comes back on the other end of the floor and he lays the ball in. In the fourth quarter, Taylor Horton-Tucker, he knocks down a three-pointer to extend the lead for the Jazz. But the Knicks are still trying to make something happen. Josh Hart gets the ball in transition and drops it off to Hartenstein for a dunk. And then there goes that man again, Dante DiVincenzo in the corner. He knocks down another three. The Jazz are still up by 10, and Colin Sexton is trying to extend that lead. He knocks down a tough basket in the paint. But the Knicks are still trying to hang around, and Dante DiVincenzo hits another three-pointer. The Jazz are only up by 5. Kelly Olynyk shoots a shot. Jalen Brunson comes down with the rebound. He's fouled. He goes to the line. It's a free throw contest from here on out. Jalen Brunson knocks down his shots. but the Jazz knock down enough shots to go up by 4. Jalen Brunson tries to make something happen. It doesn't work out, and the Jazz hold on to win this game 117 to 113. And the Knicks start out with a loss in their first game on a Western Conference road trip. Now we're going to head out to Sacramento, where the Kings are taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. This is an exciting matchup. Not only do we get to see two of the top young teams in the league go up against each other, but we get to see two of the top point guards in the league go up against each other in De'Aaron Fox and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Both of those players had big games. Here, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander gets the steal, pushes it in transition, and finishes the play with a layup. Later in the quarter, Shai has the ball again, steps back, knocks down a three-pointer. And on the other end for the Kings, De'Aaron Fox drives into the paint, flips it up and in for a layup. And then Malik Monk going deep into his bag, creating space and knocking down a three-pointer. The game is tied, but De'Aaron Fox hits the three to give the Kings the lead. And then on the next possession, Malik Monk gets the ball, creates space with a step back and knocks that shot down. Both these teams going back and forth. On offense for the Thunder, Aaron Wiggins goes up and under to lay the ball in. And then for Sacramento, Malik Monk finds Sabonis, who dunks the ball in traffic. The Thunder pushing the ball in transition. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander gets into the paint and he finishes the basket. Now on to the second half. The game is close. Sabonis pushing in transition, kicks it out to De'Aaron Fox, who knocks down a three. Shai has the ball, continuing his big game. He dribbles into the mid-range and hits a fading jump shot. The very next possession, De'Aaron Fox answers back, hits a tough layup over the defender for 2 points. And then later in the third, Shai drives to the basket, hits the layup and gets the foul. Malik Monk drives into the paint, he misses the layup. Sabonis cleans it up and dunks it home. And then later in the third, Chet Holmgren working the middle of the floor, he gets to the basket and lays it in. And this is a great pass from Malik Monk to Keegan Murray. And then Malik Monk again just creating space, knocking down the three-pointer. The Thunder still trying to keep it close. Chet finishes a tough basket over the defender, but De'Aaron Fox comes right back down the court, continuing his big night with a walk-up three-pointer to end the third quarter. The Thunder still trying to fight to stay in the game. Shai misses the layup, but Jalen Williams is there for the putback. And then a little later, Shai drives to the basket again, but this time he hits the layup. The Kings up by 4, but Josh Giddey knocks down a three-pointer to bring the lead down to 1. But in the end, it was just too much De'Aaron Fox. He finishes a tough layup over the defender, and the Sacramento Kings hold on to win 128 to 123. That was a great game. Both Shai and De'Aaron had 40-point games. Now it's time for the top plays of Week 8. At number 3, we're going out to Los Angeles, where Chris Paul beats the buzzer with a rainbow shot. That was a great play, creating the space to get the shot off. The Clippers did end up winning that game, 121 to 113. At number 2, we're going out to Denver, Colorado, where Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wins the game for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He gets to his spot, creates the space, and knocks it down over the defender. That's why you go to him in clutch time situations. At number 1, we're going out to Boston, where if you're around the rim, you might as well just smile for the camera, because Jaylen Brown is putting dudes on posters. And here's an even better look at it. The Celtics ended up winning this game 128 to 111. Now it's time to highlight the players of the week. In the Western Conference, we have Luka Doncic, and then the Eastern Conference, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo. Both of these guys are MVP level players, so shout out to them for winning Players of the Week for Week 8. We'd like to give a big thanks to everybody for tuning in to this episode of NBA Recaps. Be sure to like and comment. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel to stay tuned for more basketball content like this. And as always, have a great day.